What is up, guys? Coach Daniel here. I just wanted to chat with you real quick about the membership packages. We've had a few questions about them, so I want to bring more clarity to what it is. So there are three options. There wasn't three options before. There was just one. And we believe in these new options being an amazing way to give you the best experience possible. So these were going to come in the future anyway. Now's just a really good time for us to do it. Due to how limited we are in terms of the capacity per class only being 5 and us only having a limited schedule currently. But even when we are open to full schedule, if that happens in the future, this is something we're going to do for every single new person that comes in the door. We're going to make this a way better experience than anyone was used to prior. And that's the goal with this package thing. So we have general physical preparedness, GPP, as we call it. We have GPP hybrid, and then we have the bewildered experience. So those are the three options. And then you have a couple additional add-ons that you could elect to do, which would be open gym being one of them. So you got 4 options there, and we'll go over those a little bit. We went over this in our email with that video that came out about the reopening procedures. There was an infographic in there. So make sure you go back and check that. You'll have it. You just have to make sure your email allows you to see photos. Mine personally does not. I don't know why. So every time I get an email and I want to see the photo, I have to click show images. Make sure you've done that so you can see this cool infographic that we put up there that's easy to digest rather than listening to me talk about it all. But if you're interested, which I hope you are, we're going to dive a little deeper. So GPP, all that means is CrossFit. It's what you've been doing prior to this. We're just going to call it GPP to differentiate the 3 membership options. So it's the same programming that you were used to, the same group class setting you were used to. Everything's the same prior to when we closed down to reopening on the normal experience that you have, which is a great experience. Don't get me wrong, and we love it. But you notice some of us coaches do extra work. You notice maybe even some of the members do extra work. And it's really important that we understand why to do it, when to do it, how to do it, and should we do it. The answer, should we do it? Yes. When should we do it? It depends. How should we do it? It depends. And why should we do it? Well, it depends. So we'll dive a little deeper in there. Should we do it though? Yes. Okay, so there's only so much we get out of just a group training experience. You get an amazing experience that we all know and love, but some of us have injuries. Some of us have goals. Some of us shouldn't be doing certain things yet. Some of us should be doing more of certain things more often. Some of us need to focus on some movements that get us healthy, that get our joints feeling better. Some of us may be older and there's certain things we shouldn't do that we can better customize our training rather than scaling it on spot right before class or during a workout. Maybe you're midway into a Metcon and you're like, squat feels terrible and you're only feeling it on one side of your body and your right leg is way more sore than your left leg. There's some issues going on there, right? And we shouldn't just overlook it. A lot of things get overlooked because we get into that group setting and we just want to go and we want to go hard and we want to beat the person next to us, or we just want to perform well, and we ignore some of these nagging things that slowly come up. We need to do better than that, and we should do better than that, and that's what this is going to be able to do in a more professionalized way. So by no means am I saying group training isn't amazing, because it is. I just think that we can do more and we should do more, and I'm going to explain why. So GPP, again, it's the same experience you've been used to. What makes the GPP hybrid membership different? You get custom and you get the group. That's hybrid. So what we mean here, you still get unlimited classes if you do GPP hybrid. You get access to 24-hour service. We use an app on your phone. It's free, pops you in the back door. You can come to the gym anytime you want. We're going to require you to reserve a 1-hour session. It's in mind body, and this is only so that we stay under capacity of what we're allowed to do during phase 2, which are going to be 8 people per hour. With the group training, the classes, we're only allowed 5 people per hour with the coach. So this kind of opens up your availability in terms of when the gym is accessible for you. 24 hours a day now. aside from class times. You can come into the gym, get your training in. This is a very convenient way for you to get in the custom programming that we'd give you. It's also a convenient way for you to make up for a missed class. If you weren't able to get here on time, if you missed out on reserving early enough and it's filled up, you can come to Open Gym still if you have access to it. So we want to be able to provide that, and we want to be able to provide options. So what's so cool about GPP Hybrid? Well, like I told you, movement assessment and a strength test. And I don't mean let's find your 1 rep maxes and everything. I mean, let's check for imbalances. Let's check why your right arm is stronger than your left. Let's check why your right leg is stronger than your left. Let's check why your hips are shifted in the bottom of your squat, which are going to cause issues in your whole entire body that you might ignore, that the coach might tell you during the class time, but we're doing nothing else to work on it. You can't just keep doing squats and have crooked hips and keep just thinking, okay, I'll work on it when I'm actually squatting and doing that movement. No, there are things that you should actually add or take out so that we can fix those hips, so that when you are squatting, you're not just creating more injury for yourself. This is really important. And this is really hard to do in a group training experience when you've got multiple people and some individual attention is needed. We do that to the best of our ability, and that's our bread and butter, and that's what we love. Don't get me wrong. And so we believe in the process of doing that in a group setting, but we can do better, and we should do better. So that's all this is. So you get the quarterly movement assessment and goal setting session. We'll sit down with you. We'll discuss what your goals are. We'll discuss, do those goals align with reality of what that movement assessment told us and strength test told us? If not, we'll help you get to that goal still. We'll just show you the work that needs to get done to get you there. We'll let you know any problem areas in your body. So we're going to test your ankles, your hips, your knees, any tight muscles, and imbalances throughout the entire body. So this is a cool way for you to figure out and discover what you need to work on. Now, once you know that, let's say, once we've figured out where the problem areas are, do you want to just go out by yourself and figure out how to fix it? No, that's what we're here for to do. So we're going to aid you in fixing it by giving you custom programming to do that. So when can you get it done? You'll notice half of the class has always been strength or skill, or we start the conditioning piece if it's long and do that together. We all warm up together. This stays the same. So we were going to warm up as a group. Then the people on GPP Hybrid will do their specific work, that is their goal work and what the movement assessment told us. We're going to tailor-made program for you, and you'll do it during that first half of class. Then we'll meet up as a group again, as we always do, talk about the conditioning piece, and we all do that together. Maybe the coach told you on that day, hey, this is what you need to work on during this part, rather than you finding it out right before we start the workout. The coach can kind of tailor-made that conditioning piece for you. So you still get the group, you still get to have fun with your homies and throw down together, and that's vital. That's incredibly vital. Community is everything in this. So we're not trying to get away from that at all. It's just going to be, we're going to customize some of your experiences, those of you who want to do it. And I believe everybody should do it. And this is not because I just want to get more money on your membership. It is truly because we should be doing more. Our health is really important. We all understand that with this holistic approach that we're trying to push, mind, body, and spirit. It's really important this body component gets worked on in multiple ways, and we don't just mean sweating. There's more that you should do. And so we're going to be 90 at some point. We're going to be 80 at some point. We're going to be old at some point, and we're going to be tired and broke down. And if we never pay attention to our body and aid those things in that we need to be doing to keep us healthy, to keep our movement patterns healthy, if all we ever did was group class, we're doing ourselves a disservice when we get older. Excuse me. Our medical bills are going to be more. And we can invest in ourselves now. We can invest in our health now. And that's the whole goal here. So you get bi-weekly personal training session. That's where we can sit down and show you the movements that we're going to be telling you to do. Make sure you're understanding what they are, that you're doing them correctly. It could also be a time for you to learn something, a skill that you might want to learn. Sorry, my eyes are watering. I just choked when I coughed. But maybe you want to learn to climb a rope. Maybe you want to do muscle up. Maybe you want to get better at box jumps. Maybe you want to do some snatch work. You can do that during your personal training session. You get one every 2 weeks on the GPP hybrid model. Again, you get the personalized group. You get half of the class being your goal training, half the class being the group workout. The Bewildered experience, that's the third option here. That's the most intensive option. Now, this one's not for everybody. This is for people who really want to dial in a lot of things. So with this one, you get 24-hour access. You get group training experience, You get the quarterly movement assessment, the goal setting session, all that's happening still. But you get 2 45-minute personal training sessions instead of 1. And you also get additional personal training sessions at a discounted rate. So you get 2 within the program, and you get more at a discounted rate if you would like more. If we discover you might need more through your movement assessment, maybe you need more one-on-one attention, and you can still come to group classes as frequently as you would like. You get more customized training in terms of your conditioning pieces. We'll tell you exactly maybe what you should be doing based on your goals, rather than it being what's on the board that day for everybody. Again, you can mix that however you would like, and we'll help you along the way do that. So there's the 3 different options. Oh, sorry, you get a weekly evaluation as well on the Bewildered experience. So you'll check in with your coach, and you'll discuss how that week went. Is there something you missed? Is there something you don't understand? Is there something we could help you with? You'll check in weekly. This is a great way to stay accountable as you get this personal coach with you all the time. All right, so those are the 3 options. We do have an open gym membership option that will be there for those who just want to do open gym. You get access to 24-hour service with this option, and you just can't come to group classes. Add-ons, if you want to add on 24-hour access to your GPP membership, and you don't want any of this custom work because you don't believe in it for whatever reason, hopefully that's not you, you can just add on 24-hour access. If you just want to do some personal training sessions, you can do that as well. That's an add-on that you can schedule anytime you would like. So the whole method to all this madness is, the whole takeaway, we should be doing customized programming based on movement assessments that we put ourselves through, and we should understand that we're going to inch ourselves closer to health and longevity, so that when we are old and we are a little slower, that we have at least put in a lifetime of work to keep us as healthy as possible. This could include things like nutrition. This could include things like certain movement patterns that we should do to get ligaments and joints and tendons strong enough to support and pull out the benefits of all the things that CrossFit involves. We can pull out the benefits the best when we move the best, when we understand that our mechanics are incredibly important, and that we aren't here to create injury later, that we're here to negate that, to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's the whole point of this. We would love for you guys to get on to try them. And so we're going to be introducing some ways to do that. We've already put a couple people through it, and we're going to put out some videos for you so they can share their experience. And cool. If you have additional questions about this, please let me know. Again, every single incoming member in the future will be introduced to the movement assessment and the goal setting session. And then we will, talk with that person about how to best create their experience moving forward. We're introducing this to you guys who are current members so that you can have this option as well. Thank you. Head first. Have fun out there. Appreciate it, guys.